Hey, this has been a week. It's been a week. More for some than others. Ayo, Xbox. Are you all right?
Delete yourself.
Meanwhile, Ghost of Yotei is a certified banger. All this and more on this episode of Press X to Start Gamers Digest. What's up, everyone? I'm your host, DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka you can call me the Ghost of Beltsville, because I get all hacky and slashy in Yotei. I am joined by
On MF Ross.
What does the MNF stand for?
I got nothing.
All right, I know who are. This is Press X to Start Gamers Digest, a video game news show that condensed the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We're live on YouTube every week when we can make it because life is hard.
Well, listening to us is easy.
I like to think so. Don't forget, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and hitting the notification bell. If you want, you can join our Discord by going to pressx2start.com/Discord. That will take you through the interwebs into a place called our Discord channel. So, come aboard. Come aboard. Join now. Join now. Join now. All right. With that being done and out the way, let us jump into the gaming news with number 1. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is increasing in price by 50%. Ooh, this comes to us from VGC by way of Jordan Midler. Microsoft has announced a 50% increase to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will now cost $29.99 or £22.99. Yes. But we'll also be getting new additions such as Fortnite Crew and Ubisoft Plus Classics Collection. Microsoft claims that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers will get access to over 75 day one titles each year. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, High on Life 2, Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Outer Worlds 2 are all slated to remain. Are slated for the remainder of 2025. Xbox Game Pass now breaks down into the following 3 tiers. First tier, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is now $30 per month. It was $20 per month. Xbox Game Pass Premium, which was formerly standard, is now $15 a month.
They didn't change the price on that.
Oh, they didn't change it. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't change the price on anything else, it looks like.
Oh, so just Ultimate. So the most expensive tier got more expensive.
Oh, no. PC Game Pass raised from $12 to $16.49.
Yes. Good catch. Yes, so what Sean just said. A part of today's announcement, Microsoft has added dozens of games to the service, including a large number of Ubisoft games to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Microsoft has released an infographic breaking down the changes. We're going to skip the infographic because we already kind of talked about that. The news comes amidst widespread price increases across gaming in both physical hardware and digital offerings. Microsoft's Xbox consoles has seen a slew of price increases in recent months, the latest coming last week when the firm announced that it would once again increase prices in the US. Just to confirm, because there was rumors about Costco also pulling the consoles off shelves. This past week, I actually ventured into a Costco to restock the house, and there was not an Xbox in sight.
It's funny. My local Costco actually, I don't know if you want to call it expanded their PlayStation section, but they actually have like a physical PS5, a PS Portal, and a controller on display, along with like I think the charging dock.
I was gonna say, yep, the PlayStation display at our Costco is also like a lot bigger too, and it has the exact same stuff. So it seems like that shelf space got taken over by more PlayStation stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
And there is going to be a tier of Game Pass that will be free / ad supported. I didn't actually drop that link in the
Yes, you're right.
news
Good point.
feed.
I missed that as well. So yeah, this is a big change that is coming to Xbox Game Pass, which was considered the best deal in gaming.
For who? I don't know, but it was considered.
Got me. So with this announcement, of course, the internet reacted, in both positive and negative. Positive, positive. Let's start with a part of our story. I'm canceling my subscription. Xbox players call to boycott Game Pass hard over oh boycott Game Pass hard over 50% price increase as Microsoft website crashes from mass cancellations. This is coming to us from what is this? The Game Post. Yes, the Game Post by way of Abdullah Jawad Abdullah. Yeah, Abdullah Jawad. So, this is the type of reaction you would expect from um, people in this situation where they had a subscription service that they, I guess, was happy with. This is to a point,
Mm.
and it is now increasing in price to the point where it is past that tipping point. So, people are canceling to the tune of crashing Xbox's cancellation page. Um, I mean, are you surprised by this at all?
Uh, no, but people actually seem more ready to vote with their dollar when they're dissatisfied nowadays. They
Yes,
did that with Disney Plus. I think they lost 4 billion within
I
a
think it was
few
3 billion,
days.
3 or 4 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean
I'm
Target.
curious. Target, I know a lot of people are still boycotting there. I haven't been in there in
Mhm.
a very long time. I think I went in there
Me
for
neither.
like one thing right before a kid's party,
Yeah,
but I haven't really been in Target since the beginning of the year.
me neither.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
people are more willing to vote with their dollar or more cognizant of how they can vote with their money.
yeah. I definitely think that is what's in the air right now, just because we are in the political climate that we're in, where it's like the only way that we as a collective people can affect change is by voting with our dollar, is by boycotting, you know, whatever company at the time that we need to boycott whatever company. It is
Yeah.
also it is also important to note that Microsoft is already under a boycott from, I don't remember the name of the group, but they're boycotting Microsoft for essentially their support
Oh, their
of
contracts and
using,
all that.
yeah,
Oh.
using like AI and the whole Israel and Gaza uh war is not even the proper term to just describe what's happening over there. But yeah, so Microsoft is already under a boycott, and Xbox specifically was being boycotted because that was the arm that could be affected with the boycott to affect Microsoft. So they weren't in a good place before this happened, and now they're increasing their prices to pretty much everything, and people are reacting. So
Mm.
that's that. That's what's happening. Um, the next part of this story, we have Xbox removes Game Pass discount on Call of Duty add-ons. This comes to us from Insider Gaming by way of Michael Murphy. So, before I read the actual article, we already got an update. So, a Microsoft spokesperson has given Insider Gaming the following statement regarding Call of Duty DLC discount for Game Pass
Yeah.
members. This is not specific to any one game and reflects all games and DLC purchases. Instead of a discount on the purchases, Ultimate and Premium subscribers will earn 10% and 5% respectively in points when purchasing select games and add ons from the Game Pass library. Ultimate members continue to have 20% discount on select games from the Game Pass library. On top of that, all reward members will earn points when shopping games and add-ons on the store. While premium and ultimate subscribers will earn even more, 2x and 4x repeat respectively. See more details on the Game Pass rewards program here, and there's a link. Um, so
Which is funny because it's like literally you're saving $1 or two
yeah, because like the
with
discount's
that.
like 10%. So it's not that huge of a discount. But I think this story goes into the bigger pool of Microsoft looking at Xbox, realizing how much money they're spending, and doing the thing where they've done before, where it's like, hey, you got to make these cuts. We need to
It's not
make
enough.
more money out of you by you charging more money for this stuff and removing
We
this
said this
10% discount.
2 to 3 years ago when they announced they wanted to buy ABK.
Yes. Yes. When I tell
It is
you,
what it
when
is.
I tell you there's a big old "we told you so" coming,
Yeah.
it's coming for sure.
Oh, it already came. It's in one of the next stories.
Yes, exactly. Geez. Little Jaden is crying, but Shreen should
Sound like the wind howling.
Oh, does it? Oh. Yes, my little wolf. I should call it Little Wolf. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, she's going. There we go. Okay, cool. I can continue this and not have to be two places at once. Like a whatever. Okay, Xbox Game Pass. Cost of lost Call of Duty sales. Wait, why do I hear myself? Hold up. Let me do a quick check. Okay. Ooh, got kind of scared there. Okay. Yeah, Xbox Game Pass hikes show cost of lost Call of Duty sales. This comes to us from Bloomberg by way of probably nope. Cecilia Di
Cecilia
Anastasio?
the Anastasio.
Cecilia. Okay, there we go. Yes, what he said. So Microsoft Corp Xbox division announced. Okay, now the last part of this is pretty much the important part. So Xbox gave up more than $300 million in sales of the title Call of Duty on console and PCs last year, according to one of the former employees, and as putting the game on the streaming service cut into sales of higher margin games. Yes, we knew this was going to happen. The bet was if you put Call of Duty on Game Pass, the hope is that it brings in more subscribers. The problem is, even if it brought in more subscribers, you can
It's
only
not
really
enough
pull
to
that.
offset a $70 billion purchase.
Yeah, that and you can only pull that trigger one time because the expectation is the next Call of Duty is going to be on Game Pass, and that is not enough for a person to spend the $500 on the console and then whatever subscription on Game Pass just to get the one game. So
I'd be curious to see the increase of the spike in Game Pass subscriptions after the purchase, after it was announced that they were still going to be parity. What did they say for the next 10 years or something? I don't remember the exact terms.
It's hard to. I mean, the thing is, we already know that the
majority plays on PlayStation anyway.
Exactly. So that sales number between Xbox and PlayStation is going to skew heavy on PlayStation.
You know what? That's 300 million from just Xbox and PC. And the Xbox was what do you want to say, 1 to 4? They had like 20% of the market, probably 20-30% of the market. Mm-hmm. I'm throwing out numbers there, but I'm wondering what it would be like if they let's say if they just made it like if the FCC was it the FCC? Not the FCC. FTC. If they allowed them to make it exclusive
Oh,
I,
on
I
Xbox?
yeah, I wonder like how many people would actually like switch from PlayStation to go to Call of Duty, or would they just try other stuff?
That's a
Like
good question.
Would X Defiant have flourished? Would
Mm.
Battlefield have done better? I'm curious.
Well, here's the thing. The Battlefield thing, you bring up Battlefield. It's actually interesting because I forget the numbers, but I think there's a rough estimate out there in
Mhm.
terms of pre-orders for Battlefield 6 versus pre-orders for Black Ops 7.
I'm
And I
sure Black
think
Ops 7 is still higher.
no, it's not actually.
I doubt it.
So like
They're probably
that
doing the shit you're doing, pre-order it 10 minutes before it releases.
no, but I think the unfortunate space that
Mhm.
Microsoft is in now is that they just cannot catch a break, and
Mhm.
it does not seem like this version of Call of Duty is tracking well. Like it's not tracking as bad as Modern Warfare
Mhm.
3, where everybody was calling that DLC, but like this is Black Ops 7 is probably one step above being called DLC just because of what it's offering and it being like a sequel, but it's not
Yeah.
really. I think the only thing that's really new in there it would probably be the story mode, whereas like even the Warzone map is pulled from Black Ops 6 zombie map.
I mean,
So there is
the
it's
the
basically
numbers are going to be higher because you can't. I guess you can pre-order it on Xbox, but I mean, if it's coming to Game Pass, that doesn't
and that's
factor in the pre-order. So I mean, by definition,
that's what
a
I was
lot
gonna
of
get
people
at
are
too.
excited for Battlefield this year. I I could fathom it being higher
Yeah.
because you can't really.
At the end of the day, you have to buy Battlefield where you can always try Call of Duty if you got Game
Yeah,
Pass. So that number is always going to be skewed. But like in terms of sentiment, it is interesting
interesting.
to watch because it definitely feels like people aren't name calling this like they did Modern Warfare 3, but people are not like super excited for this. On top of now there's a new move mechanic for Call of Duty where you can jump off a wall and people so they're basically kind of integrating sort of the I guess advanced warfare where you could like bunny hop off walls and stuff. So they're integrating that stuff into the game on top of omni movement. So it's just it's
I
too
mean,
much. It's just
they done made Halo at this point,
yeah, and
but
it's unfortunate for Call of Duty because while they're doing these things to make this take a step away from the traditional Call of Duty experience we want,
Mhm.
we are getting Battlefield 6, who is providing us with a modern Battlefield, which is kind of similar to a like traditional Call of Duty experience, minus the way that the actual modes are played and stuff, but like that
Yeah,
feel of like shooting the gun and like the movement and stuff. It's like
it ain't realistic, but it's realism focused versus just Call of
I'm
Duty is
hopping
turned
and
into
spinning
Fortnite.
around.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah. So it's just I don't know, it sucks
hmm
that Microsoft is in this position, but they did it to themselves. Like they fought tooth and nail to get Activision to essentially put themselves in its position. So it's like you literally made your bed. You took a
yeah.
whole year to make your bed, and you finally made it. So
Mm.
enjoy the slumber. Next story. As Microsoft lays off thousands and jacks up Game Pass prices, former FTC chair says, I told you so. The Activision Blizzard buyout is harming both gamers and developers. This comes to us from PC Gamer by way of Andy Chalk. So there's not too much here other than the classic and well timed I told you so. Uh, she was one of the I think one of the chairs or the chair that was really fighting against the Activision Blizzard buyout
Yeah.
because she had enough common sense to know that when a big corporation purchases another big corporation, they will fire a bunch of people because there's a bunch of redundancy, and they will need to make that money back. So they will start being aggressive in how they make that money back. And it's like, yeah, we're seeing that. So it makes sense that she'd be like, yeah, you should have listened to me to begin with, everybody. So enjoy,
It is what it
gamers.
is. They're gonna run not just them, just overall. The industry is gonna run itself into the ground. We're gonna have a video game crash.
So okay,
And
so here, I don't think we're going to have a crash. I think what we're going
it'll be
to
a soft
see,
one.
no, I think what we're going to see is a shift in power where we look to the big publishers to provide us with like the experiences we want to play in. Like, so we look to Ubisoft,
Mhm.
we look to Ubisoft, we look to EA.
Do we?
Like, well, we don't now, but I think that's the shift that's happening where it's like, now that focus is on Nintendo, the focus is on PlayStation, the focus was ish on Xbox, but I think that focus is going to go from publisher to smaller developers.
Funny you say that.
Mhm.
So I'm tracking smaller indie games per se. Have you heard of Megabonk?
Yes.
Amazing.
So I
A
haven't
million
played. Is it really
copies.
good?
I mean, I haven't played it, but I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just looking here and there. I'm tracking it a little bit. A million copies in less than 2 weeks. That is amazing for an indie developer. I think
Yes.
he made it by himself.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
solo dev.
And that's like the like Vampire Survivor, like, right?
Similar, almost, but in full 3D with other mechanics. But
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, and like I feel like that's the shift that we're going to see. Like, for example, like when Clear Obscure 2
Mhm.
or whatever, when that comes out, everybody's going to buy that. Like that's
Yeah.
going to be an instant like top seller. Like Hades 2 is like doing gangbusters, like Silk Song. Like these are
But
all
there's a
like,
lot of people who will not play games like that.
yeah, okay,
While a
they won't,
million, 2 million, 5 million is amazing, how big is the available player base
but
across?
Sean,
Yeah.
when they got nothing else to play, they gonna play the game.
Nah,
Okay.
you got people like Cam that ain't gonna play these baby boo boo ass games.
Yeah, you're right.
He's
You're
here for the
right.
graphics and shit.
Yeah, but like it feels to me like I think the industry is chuckle too big to crash because
Ah, nah.
the money doesn't flow. It's not bottlenecked in a way that like it would
Sir,
be.
we have a country that's about to crash. Video games can only follow behind.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, yes. So I guess back to this article.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna read a quote. Microsoft acquisition of yeah, quit Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. I never thought that'd be tough to say. Has been followed by significant price hikes and layoffs, harming both gamers and developers, Khan wrote on X. As we've seen across sectors, increasing market consolidation and increasing prices often go hand in hand. Um, as dormant firms become too big to care, they can make things worse for their consumers without having to worry about the consequences. Yes. So that's sort of not sort of that is exactly where we are right now. Um I think it's interesting to see how the three first parties are essentially treating this, season of tariffs and
Yeah.
having to raise prices and like kind of figure out like what needs to be done. Where it's like Nintendo Nintendo never really put out a thing of like we're raising prices. We just assume that their games are gonna be $80 because of uh Mario
Mario.
Kart World, right?
I mean, that was the testing bed. They haven't released too much.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
because
only been what, June, so it's only been a few months. We gotta.
that's true.
Everybody's testing the waters.
Yeah.
Mario
Whereas
Kart sold because Mario is Mario
that's
Kart.
Mario Kart, yeah, yeah.
What the hell is
But
his
Donkey
name?
Kong wasn't.
Nah, Donkey Kong was 70. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
of what the hell is Borderlands guy? I forget his name.
Oh,
Randy Pitchford.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, he was slanging because he thought Borderlands 4 was that, and it was not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Microsoft also put out
They were going to make the Outer Worlds 2 be their
no, they
first
did,
$80
and then they
game.
dropped the price.
Yeah, they dropped the price. Yeah. Yeah. So they went back on that too because of the backlash. So yeah, everyone except for PlayStation
I
formally.
stand by my statement. The only game that could possibly charge 80 and more is GTA 6.
I totally agree. That's one of the only like proven AAA franchises that could say, "Hey, look, the game's $80," and everyone be like, "That makes sense."
That
Like that honestly makes
that
sense.
and the Parasite Eve remake. Only two games that could charge $80 and above.
Hey, that'd be a
Anyway,
bold move right there, you know. Okay, so the last bit of Microsoft Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass news
mhm.
is that Microsoft says Xbox next generation hardware is still in development. This comes to us from Windows Central. By way of, I believe this is the Jez Corden joint.
Mhm.
Give me a second. Yeah, so where this is coming from. This is coming from rumors that
There's a bunch of rumors going on.
yeah, right. So the rumors was that Xbox was planning on essentially dropping their hardware for next generation and just going like all cloud and
Mhm.
having Game Pass just be a thing that lives everywhere. But Microsoft came out in a public statement and they said that we are actively investing in our future first party console and devices designed, engineered, and built by Xbox. For more details, the community can revisit our agreements announcements with AMD. Um,
I
I,
know
I
one thing for sure
yes, go
because
ahead.
I know we used to report on, and I'm seeing a lot of rumors. This is maybe still a rumor as well. They're probably working on a console, but the reason that they're allegedly not working on a first party handheld is because they were working with AMD
AMD, yeah, yeah,
and they wanted a minimum purchase of 10 million uh,
units.
units of GPU, CPU, whatever they're working on, because they wanted a bespoke chip for the handheld. 10 million. The Steam Deck has sold 4 million. And everything else combined has sold about 2 million.
Yeah,
The market isn't that big.
yeah. The market is not that big, and on top of that, that device, like looking at the Xbox ROG
ROG
Ally
Ally,
X,
yeah. I can
that
only
being
imagine what that would have
$1,000.
costed. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah, they would have had to eat heavily into their profits to make that shit have to cost like $150 to $200 to get them numbers. And even then,
yeah, yeah.
eh.
So that makes total sense as to why they'd be like, you know what, we're not going to do that. We'll just stick with our partnership with Lenovo.
Mm-hmm.
Lenovo.
Asus.
Jesus. Yeah, yeah. Asus. Jesus. ASUS.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, back to this article. So that basically Xbox is trying to reassure or try to assure its audience that an Xbox hardware is still happening. Hey gamer, I'm gonna look you dead in your face and tell you, do not believe Microsoft. Okay? Will this happen? Will there be a next gen console? Maybe, probably, but do not believe Microsoft. This is not the first time they'd be lying to you. Not even the third time they'd be lying to you. Do not believe Microsoft. Yeah.
Don't believe anybody. Don't believe us.
No. Believe us. Subscribe below because we are your bastion of truth.
Don't believe him. He's AI. We're not even really here.
Hey. Don't tell him. Is my paint wearing? No, it's still there.
Exactly what an AI
Don't
would
tell
say.
him. It is what an AI would say. Okay. I don't think there's anything else left for this. Yeah, Xbox is gonna make a hardware. Yeah, we're good. Okay, number 2. Let's get on to much better news. Ghost of Yotei debuts to strong sales, clears clears huge financial milestone. This comes to us from Game Rant. Why is all of my tabs all over the place? This makes this impossible. Okay, here we go. This article is brought to us by Dominique Besson. We're gonna call him Dominique. Yeah.
Oh, he's from Croatia. That's a Croatian name. You ain't gonna get that.
Nah, I'm not good. Thanks for the vote of confidence. You're like, hey man, it's just experience. So yes, Ghost of Yotei has reportedly cleared 2 million sales, hitting that milestone approximately 3 days into its release. The huge figure suggests that Ghost of Yotei's early sales are nearly on par with its predecessor, which had a record-breaking launch in 2020. So Ghost of Yotei has made over $140 million. I think that is great. We don't know what the budget.
Allegedly, it was close to Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima's budget was $60 million.
Okay. So they're good now. Like if that's the case, it
was probably a little bit more, but they took their time. The mechanics are there. They pretty much just made a new map, new story. Like
exactly, yeah.
Just time.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna talk about our time playing Ghost of Yotei and what we've been playing section, but you look at this number, is this surprising to you?
No.
Me neither.
I feel like, granted, it says this is a pretty good sale within the first couple of days. Lower down, it says it sold 2 million within the first 3 days. Ghost of Tsushima sold 2.4 million. So I mean, I guess that's pretty good, but I feel like it wasn't a huge launch. Like, maybe it's just me. I was just like, oh yeah, Ghost of Yotei is out today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't this huge thing.
Yes, I am.
Maybe good.
I'm very happy for the 2 million number. I am surprised by the 2 million number just for what you're saying in that, like,
it didn't feel like it was heavily marketed, like the weeks coming.
I will say I feel like it wasn't heavily marketed outside of PlayStation's YouTube channel. Like they were posting like little clips of Ghost of Yotei, like this is the dual katana gameplay. This is the big old sword gameplay. Like they were posting like little clips like that, like throughout the like from August into October. And it'll just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, okay, that's cool. So like I just kept getting like drip feed of that. But I never really got the sense from like outside of that YouTube channel, that PlayStation YouTube channel, like people being
didn't
like
see
really
big
excited for this.
Billboards or ads in other websites or
yeah. So yeah, I am over the moon to see that this game is selling so well and it's made that much money, and it's just like it's a great game. Like we're gonna talk about it more later on, but like this game is just it is good. It is real good. Yeah, so cheers to Sucker Punch. Like they made yet another great samurai game that Japanese
Ninja
studios
slash
should
samurai
look.
slash assassin. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
it's solid.
Yeah, it is just it's a good one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna save the talk until later on. All right. Before we jump into Arc Raiders, yes, Arc Raiders, it's coming back. It's gonna be here very soon. Very soon. Do us a solid. Please subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button, like right there, I believe. And then hit the like button. We appreciate that as well. And then hit the notification bell after you subscribe, because that will give you a little notification, ding, 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 when we go live next week and talk more about games and the market completely changing into a different direction. Where now we're all looking for Labubus or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, thank you. If you are listening, please leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're tuned in on. Please tell a friend, tell a coworker, and tell a person on the street about our podcast. Those 3 things. Do that. Thank you. Number 3. Our creator devs realized the game was not fun, so delayed it for 3 years. Dang. Makes sense, though. This comes to us from PC Gamer. No, PC Games. So yeah, we talked about Arc Raiders before, how it started as a PvE game, and
Yep.
then they decided to add the second P into the formula. This is going in a bad direction. Yes, to make it PvPvE, and then also adding that extraction element to it, and it seems like making those changes really solidified that the feeling they wanted out of the game. So nearly 4 years ago, Arc Raiders was announced with a bombastic trailer at the Game Awards. It blew everyone away, the developers included. I wanted to play that game, Embark CEO Patrick Soderlund recalls. There we go. Thinking at the time, according to a new interview with Edge. The problem was the actual game felt nothing like that trailer.
We call
Fresh
that
eyes
bullshit in the industry.
Exactly. Exactly. Fresh eyes and internal tests collaborated this. The PvE action could be fun sometimes, but not often enough. It took me a long time to understand that what we're even trying to do. Says that's a name.
Alexander Grandil.
Okay, look at this guy with the names. Who joined Embark as executive producer at this crossroads. He was meant to put a ribbon on the multiplayer game ahead of the last 6 months of development, but the reality was very different. There's moments of fun, but it doesn't consistently gel. Grandel thought at the time. These enjoyable moments occurred once every 50 fights. Jesus. Oh, that's
rough.
That's terrible. Okay, that was simply not good enough for Arc Raiders in its current state to be at all viable. So yeah, it seems like they were able to spot where this game was not fun, add the little seasoning to the gameplay, and make it the game that we played and really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So the game is going to be coming out. What is it? October, the end of October, right?
Yeah, October 30th.
30th. Okay, yeah. And then there was no, that's not Arc Raider, that's Marathon. I think there was a test that was running. I'm not sure if that's still.
It's still running. I just got invited to the next one.
Say what?
What, Marathon?
No, not Marathon. I'm thinking of Arc Raiders. There was a test that was running. I think it was. What?
I don't remember. I was saying there's another Marathon test still running. I just got invited to that one too.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You know what? More power to you. I was actually going to well, you know what? So that marathon test is a quick hit, but yes, there's this is giving a sign of life to the people who haven't been following marathon to see that they are running another I think it's called a technical test or whatever,
Yeah.
but there you can sign up for it by going to the marathon page and doing all that stuff. I
Hopefully
was
it's more
going
fun.
to I was gonna sign up for it, but then I was like, I don't got time. Like, I'm playing Ghost. I'm supposed to be playing Donkey Kong. Like, I can't. I'll see this game next year. You know, it's. I know it'll be at a better state then. Although I am interested to hear the leaks off of that because, I want to know what's happening, what's changing. Speaking of changing, number 4. EA's new owner plans AI pivot to significantly cut operating costs. Like Jesus.
That's
This
rough.
report comes to us from TechPowerUp. Like, what? 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 By way of CPT Jank? Cool. Cool. That's a name. Uh, you know,
Did they even take over the company yet?
yeah,
They're
it's
already telling us how they're gonna F it up.
right. Yeah. So um this is just as a person who loved EA for EA Big, and to see how current EA has forgotten
Mhm.
that EA Big even existed, and they have done nothing with those properties or with those IPs. It's nice to see that they brought Skate back, but that's been
Skate
kind
is
of
free to play, by the way.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
anybody
There's
interested?
varying success with what Skate is right now in terms of the old Skate heads and like people who are new to Skate who came to this game. It seems like the older Skate heads aren't jiving with the free to play part of it, whereas the new people are like, "Oh, this is actually a lot of fun."
Mm.
Um. So yeah, EA is new owners. They are trying to throw a bunch of AI into EA to cut the cost to recoup the $20 billion in debt that EA is now in after the buyout.
They're gonna
That's
sell that shit
that's
off. They're gonna sell it off by piece. This is what they do with other companies.
the hope is that this doesn't work and EA has to start selling off their game devs and other publishers, i.e., PlayStation, because if Xbox gets it,
Mhm.
they're gonna shut them down in like 6 months. So hopefully, like PlayStation is able to like capture like maybe a BioWare, uh, maybe even a Dice. Battlefield would just be on PlayStation. That would be a counterplay to Xbox, even though
Yep.
that's not really even a thing that PlayStation is all that worried about anymore. But yeah, this is just more bad news, more sucky news. This just the worst. Is there anything I can pull out from here to
Nah,
make this
I
hurt
think
more?
we've squeezed the juice.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Number 5. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 won't be impacted by multi-platform approach, says director, despite Xbox problematic lack of memory. Dang. Oh, that's interesting. So, this comes to us from Eurogamer by way of why is it all the way over there? By way of Ed Nightingale. Cool last name. So yes, Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy director Naoki um,
Hamaguchi.
Hamaguchi
Mm.
has stated the multi-platform approach for Part 3 won't impact development whatsoever. Which, what? I don't even understand how that, why wouldn't it? Anyways, he knows more than I do. So, with remake integrate heading to Switch 2 and Xbox consoles next year, Square Enix confirmed the full trilogy will be multi-platform. That said, we don't know yet the release date for Rebirth on Switch 2 and Xbox, and it's unknown if Part 3 will be a simultaneous multi-platform release or staggered with
I doubt
PlayStation
that.
leading. What do you say?
I doubt that. I foresee it having like a year or 6 months or something.
Yeah, you think? Yeah.
Exclusivity.
Yeah, yeah. Still, it seems this multi-platform approach is working out just fine. As Hamaguchi told Easy Allies for Part 3, we do have designated teams working on each platform so that our multi-platform approach won't impact the development whatsoever. So that's
Mm.
okay. Huh.
We'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I feel like that can run into an issue where a game might not have complete parity through all multi-platforms if you have or all platforms if you have different teams working on each of the versions of the game.
I mean, this isn't Microsoft. They don't have to promise parity across platforms.
That's true. That's true. You are right about that. So yeah, that's cool. There's more quotes here, but I think that kind of gets to how they believe this will work. So cool. We will see what happens there.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Number 6, Amazon's all new Luna seems. You know what? I don't even want to do this. So this comes to us. This is, you know what? I'm gonna throw this in the quick hits because this is
Yeah.
sort of infuriating, sort of funny, but it is not going to be worth your time. Go play Ghost of Yotei. Go play a Hollow Knight. Go play Hades 2. Play Clear Obscure Expedition 33 if you haven't. There's a ton of games where you can play where you don't have to spend your time on Amazon's Luna new way of trying to get you to pay attention to them using Snoop Dogg and AI.
I guess.
Yeah. Are you excited for that?
We could try it at our next gathering.
Oh yeah.
When was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. No, later this year. So, okay. We don't know exactly when it's going to launch.
Oh, it's
but
not out yet. Okay.
But I mean, these are party focused games, which is, I guess, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll do good in college or something.
You know what? There is that college aspect that I have not thought about. That it's actually a good point. Like, especially
Or,
if this is cheap or free, it is thing of like, you know what? Let me just buy this and I can play this.
yeah, I mean, they got Clue,
Groups.
they got Jackbox, of course, they got Courtroom Chaos, whatever the hell this ends up being. So, I mean, they have a few party games on there. Exploding Kittens, Angry Birds. I am surprised at the longevity of Angry Birds.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. Check out. There's a video that is attached to that showing.
It's fine. No. We don't need to. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not even. My hands are not even reaching over there to play the video because not worth the time. What is worth the time though is our quick hits. Number 7, fans left speechless as Capcom locks Street Fighter 6 finals behind paywall. This comes to us from Push Square, and that is ridiculous. I actually did not hear about this.
This is like letting people watch the NFL games for free all throughout the year. And then if you want to watch the Super Bowl on TV, you got to pay for it.
Yeah. Yikes. So every year Capcom hosts the Capcom Cut for the current iteration of Street Fighter. It takes the world's best players from the surrounding Capcom Pro Tour and places them into a tournament bracket. Up until now, all those Capcom Cup finals have been free to watch, streamed live on sites like YouTube and Twitch. Indeed, esports events in general are paid by sponsorships and advertising deals, with the resulting shows being littered with ads between matches and constant product placements. However, the upcoming Capcom Cup 12, which takes place in March next year, will be a pay-per-view event. In other words, you'll need to buy a ticket to watch the finals.
I
That
mean,
ticket is roughly $40, 6,000 yen, 30 pounds. That's for the full
I don't know where
package.
they got their numbers from. I don't know what type of viewership they're expecting. If it was like $5 or $10, I could have seen it doing well for their audience. How big is the viewership for fighting games for Street
Here's
Fighter?
the thing, right? The audience is pretty sizable. Street Fighter is probably the biggest draw for the
Mhm.
fighting game audience just because it's been there the longest. But $40 to watch this seems like a bad move,
It's already a
especially with.
stretch for me to want to watch somebody streaming for free.
But here's the thing though, it's a bad move because the way I might be projecting myself onto other like fighting game fans, but the way that we
Yeah.
mostly digest like the fighting game tournaments
Hmm.
is through like highlight reels and
Clips.
highlight
Yeah.
clips. And those are produced after the actual tournament. So all Capcom is doing is putting a barrier to that viewer count that you would think they would want to have that high viewer count to be like, hey, look, this is popular. Check this out. I don't I don't know. This is does not seem like a good idea. This seems like them charging money, trying to make money out of something that they probably should have figured out a different way to monetize this and not
Everything's getting
monetize.
monetized.
Say what?
Everything is getting monetized.
Yeah. 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 So we'll see how this goes, but I have a good sense that it's going to be no one watching, and then after a fact, whoever the person that paid for this is going to just record it, cut it up, and then we're going to see a bunch of clips from it on YouTube free of charge.
Hmm.
Yeah. Number 8, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta is out and it's already plagued by cheaters. That came to us from Eurogamer, and yes, there's cheaters in Call of Duty, and water is wet. Yeah, yeah. Um, I did see a stat
Hmm.
about how like 80 or 90%. No, I think it was like 80% of the cheaters were caught in the first like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It,
Within 30 minutes of cheating, they were banning people. Was the
okay.
was the number
Okay.
or something like that.
Dang, that is it's insane, man. And then yeah, the last thing was the marathon technical test that popped up, but we talked about that. So let us talk about the games we have been playing with the time we have left on this dear old podcast. Sean, what have you been playing?
So, listeners, I did beat Donkey Kong finally, kind of. So after you beat the final boss, there is an end game, and I'm guessing that there's more content. The game has you go back through all the different sections because you gain different forms, and you go back to the person that you got these forms from, and they want to see that you have mastered these forms. So there is a gauntlet for each five of them, all five of them, and
Mhm.
if you get through the gauntlet, you unlock another special skill. I only have seen one of them so far for the monkey bonanza, whatever you want to call that.
Mhm.
When you charge up his punch, it turns everything around him gold.
That's pretty cool.
Um, I don't know what the other four are yet, but I'm kind of working my way through that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get all the bananas, but I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. It is still fun. I don't think I'm gonna get DLC because $20 is a bridge too far for me for
Yeah.
just one extra island and a
So
museum.
let me ask you a question. Once you beat the game and you have to collect the other bananas, do they pop up on the map, or do you still have to like search for them?
Still gotta search for them.
Okay.
Because I mean, they're giving you
Okay.
something to do with all the currency. So like,
Yeah. Yeah.
there is a in every major section there is stores to buy clothes. There's stores to exchange points for bananas. There is a
Oh,
store
okay.
to buy. It's the fruit juice that basically brings you back to life after you lose,
hmm
health.
hmm
In that stand, they also have the option to buy the map hints for the fossils or the bananas. So that's why they're giving you this ability to, uh, you know, generate a bunch of gold. And apparently,
Okay.
it's not even that hard to get gold. So
Mm.
still fun, still a lot of
Yeah.
content. This game is a lot, but
Mm.
I've taken a break from that to get into Ghost of Yotei. This game is beautiful.
Oh man. Oh man.
From the first vista that you see with the mountain in the background, it almost gives you that same sense of wonder from Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima, yeah.
Yeah, when you're running through
Yeah.
that field.
I'm gonna go ahead
But
and say this is the best looking game on PlayStation right now. Like, I I would give it to Death Stranding 2,
mhm.
but there are so many caveats to that game where it's just like
Like what?
it's the fact that there's nothing in the world.
Uh,
So it's
well,
just
no, I mean the
scenery.
actual world itself looks very pretty.
Yeah, I know. It looks pretty, but it's just like because the engine doesn't have to worry about rendering like
People.
stuff on top of the environment, it can that processing power can go into rendering the environment to look as nice as it looks. Whereas like I feel like Tsushima
Yotei.
yeah, yes, you're right. Tsushima. Like Yotei is having to balance that stuff out, but still is able to make these things look good. Like the only thing I can really like um that I can really like critique in terms of the
Hmm.
visual department of the game is some of the like NPCs you run into
Yeah.
where it's like you're doing the best you can. I understand where it's like we didn't put that much time into this NPC because this NPC is a person that you will see maybe like 3 or 4 times in this game, and it's like that it is what it is. Whereas like you look at Atsu and it's like you can see the wrinkles in her face. It's just
Man,
like
you can see the
there's a difference.
hairs on her face. I mean, but you
Yes.
could also see that in Horizon too.
Yes. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Horizon. Oh my gosh. Is that I need to revisit Horizon Forbidden West because for a long time, to me, that was like the best looking game on
Mhm.
PlayStation. Whereas, like, I don't know what it feels like now, but yeah,
So
but yeah, go ahead.
in Ghost of Tsushima, what the hell was it called? There was a power up. I don't remember what the hell it was called. Um, you hit the sticks and it activates a mode. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
The like fear mode, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get something like that, pretty similar. Ghost Dance. That's what it
the
is.
yeah, you get that the howl.
So they call it the Wolf's Howl. You get this very early in the game.
hmm
It's pretty similar. I'm surprised they give it to you this early, unless they're gonna strip it away and you gotta earn it back.
Well, how far are you into the game?
I just did one of the first bounties you can do. That's kind of
Okay,
close.
okay,
So
okay, okay.
I probably have like 2, 3, 4 hours in it,
Yeah,
roughly.
okay, yeah. So it seems because like I'm maybe like maybe like 5 or 6 hours
So you
into
got
it.
the dual blades already.
Yeah, I
Okay, I
got the
haven't
dual
done that yet.
katanas. Okay, yeah,
I've been exploring.
yeah. I was exploring until I got to the point. I was like, all right, let me go get these things real quick and like progress. I guess some of this stuff. But like in terms of that howl, it it is used differently
Yeah,
from the ghost mode. So
those two. Yeah.
it's like looking at the skill tree, it's like it's flushed out a bit more in terms of like what you can use it for and like what it does.
Mhm.
Um yeah, like I forgot how much I loved Ghost of Tsushima's combat, and to have it brought back in Yotei, and it's just like what I think the combat does almost the best is that it makes you feel like a badass when you were playing that game. And so when I started the game, I accidentally cuz I during like the picking the difficulty, I accidentally set it
Mhm.
to hard, and I was just like I didn't realize I set it to hard until I fought the snake. As it's spoilers but not really spoilers because this is the start of the game. So I fought the snake and I had that whole like combat encounter, and I was just like, these guys are kind of beating my ass. Like, what is happening right now? And then like I ended up beating them, and then I looked at difficulty. I was like, oh, it's on. Did I put it on hard? Like, what happened? But I was like, you know what? I actually enjoyed that challenge where it's like I didn't I couldn't like just run through them and like keep moving. Like they actually like provide a challenge. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it on hard and like play it until I feel like
You get
it's
annoyed.
gotten too much. Yeah. And so far I've kept it on hard. It's not it's not that much more difficult. I think the things that I have noticed is that I am having to watch the enemies a bit more. I have to be way more cognizant of the um ranged people, like the bow and arrow people and the musket people, where like I was in one encounter for
Mhm.
like maybe 10 minutes because I was dealing with three people and there was three other like ranged people, and between dodging the bow and arrow shots and then realizing when I need to dodge like the musket shot, because the musket shot's like a one hit kill. It was like, okay, there's a lot happening here, but I ended up getting through it, and like I kind of like learned like some lessons on the game and like what to look for in the enemies, because the enemies will also duck when there's a musket fire. So if you see that, you can kind of dodge out the way a little bit, and then it should dodge the shot for you. Um, the other nitpick that I had for this game, and I don't remember in Tsushima if it came natural, but you have to use a skill point to unlock the role. Was
Hmm.
that a skill point in Tsushima, or was that a thing that Jin could just naturally do?
I don't remember, but I mean, it's
Yeah,
not a biggie.
it's not a
It's
biggie.
it's early in the skill tree.
Yeah, it's not a biggie, and like you literally like because you get a point like doing the I guess tutorial stuff. So you can use that skill point to unlock the role, and that could be your first thing that you do. My idiot self, I was going through the different skills that you can unlock, and I didn't see the little icon this show that you can unlock just one skill, like one skill, I should say. So I looked at the top left and I misread one of the inventory things as like, oh, I have 6 things I can unlock. So I just unlocked some random thing, thinking I was going to unlock something else. And it was like, oh, that's your skill point. I was like, oh, dang it. I didn't, dang it. So I had to like play until I could get to another like little uh place to bow at to get another skill point thing. But overall, I am absolutely enjoying this game. It is it has accomplished that barrier of entry for my brain of as I'm playing this game, did I remember that I have to do my Gundam dailies? If it is yes, then the game is good. If it is no, I did not remember, this game is great. And I almost missed the day.
DJ, It's okay. You can stop playing Gundam now.
Oh no.
Okay.
Sean, when I tell you I had hot flashes, I was like,
If
oh,
I can
no.
stop playing Call of Duty, you can stop playing Gundam.
But it's different, Sean. It has a hold on me. It has a hold on me. You see? You see? They're constantly looking at me. I'm being surveilled. I'm being watched.
Right?
Yes, yeah. So
You stop playing Genshin dailies. Come on now, you can do it.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know what? I follow the account on YouTube, so I see them like, post up. I'm like, oh, I remember that time where I was
Yeah.
obsessed with this game.
Unsubscribe from the drug. It's okay.
Yeah, I probably should. I probably should. All right. Well, that's it. That's it. Um, I probably should unsubscribe from Genshin Impact's YouTube channel, but you should subscribe to Press X to Start's YouTube channel because this is the place where you can catch the latest gaming news and conversations brought to you by us two to give you I almost said the nerdy news you need to know about. That is from Kind of Funny. I am podcast brained right now. Yes, well, thank you for listening to another episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget to leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're tuning in on. Please subscribe to the channel, this channel on YouTube. Please like this video and subscribe. I just said that. All right, it's late, guys. I'm leaving. All right, guys, you take care. You be safe. Keep playing games. Bye. You're not gonna say bye?
No.
All right, guys. Oh wait, you didn't try.